Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Health and Wellness Spot. And it's high time we talk about belly fat. Most of you have been asking, how can I lose my belly fat without losing my weight and my butt? Is it possible? The answer is no. Then again, others, specifically men, have been asking, how can I get these contours, these abs within a short period of time? And the procedure is the same. You got a belly over a long period of time, and therefore it will take you some time before you achieve a 12% body fat. Then those contours will come automatically. So, belly fat is a sign of a fatty liver. Again, insulin resistance and pre-diabetes. What do I mean by a fatty liver? A fatty liver does not only mean that there is fat in your liver. It also means that liver cells have started being dysfunctional and your liver is failing slow by slow. And the fat, the fat that accumulates on your belly is just like a symptom that has to show you that already you have a liver that not only does it have fat, but again its cells are already failing, and that is a problem because the liver has several functions in the body that aid in your healthy living. So if you don't protect your liver, you get a fatty liver, and when you get a fatty liver, then all other organs start to fail. Again, insulin resistance and prediabetes. Now, once the liver is fatty, and then remember, when you take foods that are rich in carbohydrates, you produce insulin to lower this sugar that has just come into your bloodstream. So lowering this sugar that has come into your bloodstream means pumping insulin all the time into your bloodstream, and that is the beginning of insulin resistance and pre-diabetes. So again, a pot belly is just again a symptom of pre-diabetes. Rather, if you take fasting blood sugar test, you might be surprised that your sugar levels are totally way high, and you might be initiated on diabetic therapy, which I don't recommend because the solutions are always with us in diets. Okay, so you cannot achieve all those body contours, those abs, and a flat tummy without achieving a 12% body fat. So that means you have to put in work. Again, you cannot selectively do away with belly fat and not lose your butt and not lose some weight. You'll have to lose weight for you to lose the belly fat, because that one comes with weight. So you have to lose weight for you to lose your pot belly. So bear with me on that. Okay. Now, there are basics that you will have to do to lose both weight and body fat, because they go hand in hand. So number one, most of us take 5 to 6 meals a day, and most of us are used to taking morning breakfast. Now, morning breakfast is one of the most useless meals we've ever had. Why am I insisting on morning breakfast being the useless meal? Because when you take your dinner or your supper for that matter, that food is digested, absorbed, and stored in the liver in form of glycogen. So this is a rich source of energy already you have in your liver out of what you ate the previous day. Now, early in the morning around 4, there is production of counter-regulatory hormones, that is insulin, that is not insulin, that is a growth hormone, that is cortisol, that is adrenaline. And the work of these hormones is to pump glucose from glycogen in the liver. They convert it into glucose and pump it into your blood, so that when you start your day, you already have enough energy to start up your day until midday. And that's why I normally tell people to push their first meal of the day to midday. Why? Because you already have energy that is stored in the liver. If you don't push your first meal to midday, that means the energy that you stored in the liver shall be converted into fat and again stored in fat cells, and that will add your weight. Okay, so basically start from reduce your meals to 2 to 3 meals a day. Possibly 2 meals is the better one, because that gives you like a period of time between the meals. So you can do 2 meals and an intermittent fasting of possibly 16 and 8, so that you eat within a gap of 8 hours and then fast for 16 hours. Most people do an OMAD, which is just 1 meal a day, so 1 meal for 24 hours. But if you cannot, then you can do a 2 to 3 meals a day. Okay, then this one will help you lower the insulin levels. Then it will also help you. Now remember, if you lower your insulin levels, now your body starts turning to fat to burn fat. So insulin is an anti-lipolytic hormone, meaning it prevents you from burning fat. And since we want to burn this fat to kill the pot belly, then we have to inhibit our insulin. We have to lower our insulin levels through lowering our carbohydrate intake. Now once you lower carbohydrate intake, then your insulin goes normal or goes down. Now you start burning fat and giving the body the best energy source, which again is ketone bodies. Number 2, snacks and fruits. Now I keep insisting modern fruits are unhealthy. Why? Because they have been adulterated. Sugar levels are very high, and this sugar is fructose, which is a dangerous sugar. It is not converted to glucose to give you energy. In the liver, it goes through a metabolism channel that converts it direct into fat. And that's why I always tell you it's a dangerous sugar, fructose, which is found in honey and is found in fruits. Modern fruits are high in fructose. So kindly, if you're struggling with the pot belly, or you're trying to lose weight, avoid fruits apart from avocado, because avocado doesn't have sugar, but it has essential oils for your health. Do not snack in between. Do not eat bananas. Do not eat groundnuts. Do not eat crisps in between your meals. Once you've eaten a meal and you're on intermittent fasting, wait until the other meal. And that's why I recommend a highly fat diet, because animal fat, once you eat animal fat, you lose cravings and you lose hunger. That means you'll take a lot of time between 2 meals. So you'll not feel hungry and you'll not crave for those carbohydrates. So you'll take a lot of time, and that's healthy for you. So stop snacking, okay? Because snacking will take you back to cravings. Number 3, so these are just basics. Number 3, we have high protein diet. So high protein diet, again, remember protein and carbohydrates spike insulin in your system, but protein spike insulin on a lower level than carbohydrates. The only food that does not spike insulin in your system is fat. Again, another advantage of fat. So protein spikes insulin, but at a lower level than carbohydrates. So concentrate on high protein so that you don't have insulin resistance. And then, number 4, vegetables. Now, vegetables flush out fat in the liver. Why? Because vegetables have enzymes that break down estrogen and break down fat. So they flush off the fat in the liver. They also have high content of potassium. And remember, insulin production or secretion is inhibited by potassium. So if you eat vegetables, you get more potassium, and this potassium stops or blocks the production of insulin. That lowers your levels of insulin, and that helps you to burn this belly fat. Now, next, which is number 5, is no sugar. Do not take sugar, do not take soda, no energy drinks. Those people who go to the gym do not use whey protein. Whey protein has high content of soy, and soy has estrogen. And estrogen is the one that will bring you fat. So most people who are maybe gym trainers and gym goers, most of you are obese because of taking those protein shakes and thinking that you'll become a beast. But in real sense, you're just getting obese. So stay away from wheat products, stay away from carbohydrates, and stay away from whey proteins. Then stay away from sugar and energy drinks. I also see in the gym people taking energy drinks in the name of, it will give me energy. It gives me energy to lift weights. There is no energy source in energy drinks. It is just sugar that causes production of dopamine in your brain, and dopamine makes you feel good. After you feel good, you go lift weights, and that's why after a short period of time, you again take another sip, because it's addictive, and the body likes sugar, even though it is not the best source of energy. It gives the body a reward of feeling good. So stay away from soda and energy drinks. Then lastly, healthy fat. Again, I can't talk more, or I can't emphasize more on fat. because fat, again, the baseline is it reduces hunger and cravings, and it doesn't cause a spike in insulin. The only food that doesn't cause a spike in insulin is fat. So concentrate on fat. Having that behind your mind, understand that diet, exercise, rest, and NEAT, those are the basics of losing weight. Therefore, diet plays an 80% role in weight loss and in losing body fat. Number two, so diet is 80%, exercise only plays 10%. So if you go to the gym and do all those sit-ups, those push-ups and everything, hoping that you will lose the pot belly, you will give up one day. Why? Because you'll be training and you don't lose any weight because your diet is not fixed. So you have to fix your kitchen before even fixing your muscles. So exercise plays a 10% role, then rest plays a 5% role. When you're resting, you also lose a good amount of energy and fat. Then NEAT. NEAT is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That means those exercises that you don't realize you're doing them, but you lose a certain amount or a small amount of energy. For example, sweeping, for example, bathing, walking, cooking, and even laundry. Those are the NEAT. They take 5%. So all these, you realize you can lose weight and lose your belly fat and even have the abs with only the diet, because the diet plays 80% of weight loss. So fix your kitchen. So now, after you've had these basics, what do you add? On the basics, you add the following. Number one, you add potassium. Potassium is found in avocado. Potassium is found in bananas and also vegetables. Why are we adding potassium? Because potassium reverses insulin resistance. Okay, so it stops insulin secretion. Once you stop insulin secretion, then your insulin levels go down. And once they go down, you become easy to burn fat. Your cells start to burn fat and you will lose the pot belly. Number two is apple cider vinegar. Now, apple cider vinegar has acetic acid. ACV is basically acetic acid, and acetic acid inhibits insulin again. So our major target is to inhibit insulin and encourage a high amount of growth hormone. So insulin inhibition will happen through ACV. Also, apple cider vinegar, when you put 1 teaspoonful in your morning glass of water, it helps you to lower blood sugar levels. So kindly use 1 teaspoonful of apple cider vinegar in your morning hot water, the one that you drink when you want to leave for work. Then again, B vitamins. The B vitamins, they inhibit insulin again. So they control insulin production. So high content of vitamin B or B vitamins, they help you lose weight. And vitamin B is in all forms of foods, meat, fish, bone broth, sauerkraut, the fermented cabbage contains these vitamins. So utilize that. And then again, the HIIT exercises. HIIT exercises, the HIIT, means you train harder or vigorously within a specific time, and then a short period of time, then you take good rest. So these ones boost your growth hormone. Again, this one help you lower your insulin levels. Okay? Remember, again, they activate your thyroid hormone, and therefore you start breaking down fat and increasing metabolism. Then again, you rest. Sleeping early. 8 hours of sleep every night is very important as an additional benefit or additional factor to the basics. Okay? So you sleep early, you wake up early. Okay? And start reading a book or possibly just meditating. This will increase your growth hormone and it will help you burn fat. Remember, growth hormone is the hormone that helps you burn fat, but insulin inhibits you from burning fat. So you want a high amount of growth hormone and a low amount of insulin. Also remember, the thyroid hormone is involved in metabolism. So anything that boosts your thyroid hormone, like salt, that's why I always ask people who go to the gym and people who work out to add some salt in their drinking water to prevent you from dehydration, and also to boost your thyroid hormone so that you can break down fat faster, so you lose your pot belly. Now, what do you remove? What do you get out of your system, or what do you get out of your diets, or what do you get out of your lifestyle for you to achieve a flat tummy? Number one, insomnia. Insomnia means you're not sleeping. Why are you not sleeping? Because of the blue lights. You watch television until late night. You are on your phone all through until around 2 in the night. And your laptop, you're working even at home. Please prioritize your sleep and your rest. Let the blue lights, the laptops, the phones, the televisions, let them be off by 9 in your house and sleep. Sleep is very important. And again, too much sleep during the day. Do not oversleep during the day, because you will alter your circadian rhythm and you'll have a problem sleeping at night. Okay? Number 2 is bloating. Now, bloating blocks you from absorbing nutrients that will be helpful to your body rather than carbohydrates. Again, bloating slows your weight loss journey. So that means avoid wheat products by all means, because bloating is brought about by a leaky gut also and indigestion. So avoid high content of wheat. Basically, just stay away from wheat products completely. Bread, mandazi, pasta, even rice. Stay away from rice. Okay. Both brown and white bread, they are the same. Stay away from them completely so that you avoid bloating and so that you fix your gut. Once you fix your gut, absorption of proper nutrients is inevitable. Again, for women, menstrual issues. Menstrual issues means you have let's say like fibroids, or rather, let's say painful menstruation or over menstruation or menstruating between periods. This means you have a problem with your estrogen, and that means your estrogen levels are high. And in our previous videos, we have talked about how to lower your estrogen levels through increasing your thyroid, through eating vegetables, through lowering your weight or losing weight, and all this. So kindly lose your weight and manage your estrogen. Once you manage your estrogen, then your menses go back to normal. Then you'll be able to also lose your belly fat, because estrogen plays a major role in accumulation of belly fat. Okay? Then, for all genders, stress is supposed to be at minimal. If your job is stressing you, if your family members are stressing you, or even your environment, change that environment. Stay away from people for some time, because your health is very necessary. And stress increases a hormone that is called cortisol. And cortisol increases insulin. And we don't want to increase insulin in our system by any means. So kindly stay away from cortisol and stress. Then MSG, we want to keep off GMO. We want to go organic. Don't use foods that are junk. Don't use margarine. Don't use seed oils. MSG is found in margarine. MSG is also found in some synthetic or refined spices. I don't want to mention the names because we might be thought to be demarketing some products. But some spices that you use have high content of MSG, and it has proven to be very dangerous because it's cancerous and carcinogenic. Okay, so this is found also in GMO products and soy products. So again, avoid soy products by all means. Okay, then junk and fast foods. Okay, junk and fast foods. Fast foods contain high content of MSG, and we just said MSG, you don't need it. And junk are all those foods that you buy in the restaurants. These are foods that will mess your system. We want to clean our liver before the pot belly disappears. So anything that makes our liver fatty, we want to avoid it. And therefore, you should avoid junk food and fast foods. And again, those people who go to the gym for ego lifting. Ego lifting means you want to lift as much as possible so that you can keep up with other people. Remember, going to the gym, goals should be personalized. So if you go to the gym because other people go to the gym, then you'll get yourself into ego lifting and overtraining. And this will wear out your muscles. You will only lose muscle mass and you'll not lose weight. So do not overtrain. Train alternative days and train each muscle and rest it for at least 48 hours before you train it again. So basically those are the components. And before I just finish the video, I'll mention the 6 exercises that you should always do for you to get a flat tummy or to get those abs. So anytime you go into the gym, do not go for aerobic exercises because they increase your estrogen. So go for these 6. Number 1 is squats. You have to squat, and you have to squat with heavy weights. Number 2, you have to bench press. Whether flat or inclined, you have to bench press. Number 3, deadlift. And deadlift is the most important one because it strengthens your back muscles and your core. Then we have the bend over rows. That one and deadlift go hand in hand. And then again, so we have squat, we have bench press, we have deadlift, we have bend over rows, we have overhead shoulder press, which is good for the core, and then we have pull-ups. So take note of those 6 exercises, and anytime you're in the gym, make sure that you have a schedule that takes in consideration of those 6 exercises that will help you lose your belly fat. So that is how basically you lose your belly fat. And remember to be patient with yourself, because this one will take time. You've taken 7 years or 10 years to accumulate that fat, so this will have to take some time, possibly around, you start seeing changes around the 8th week. So you have to be patient with yourself. So basically that is it about belly fat, and let's stay healthy. We'll see you in the next.